Alrighty guys, welcome to my college basketball video here today for Thursday, January 19th, 2023. And of course, happy Thursday to you. The weekend is right around the corner. Now, my name is Brock Page. I've been doing sports predictions for free on YouTube since 2016. I also sell my personal plays on patreon.com/BrockPage, where I'm currently 6-0, my last 6 extra daily bets on that site. And the best part about the extra daily bet, it costs just $2.99 to sign up. Now, the better part is, if you sign up for that package here today, you're going to get access to that membership for the next 30 days. It's literally pennies on the dollar a day if you sign up for that package. But wait, there's more, because as an added bonus, for some reason, I'm going to include my daily best play for you absolutely free. It's going to be included with your purchase. Works out to be like 3 cents a day per pick over the next 30 days. It's hardly believable. Can't make a living off of it, but hey, what are you going to do? Now, guys, real quick, if you find yourself enjoying these videos every day and you want to show support, well, of course, you're more than welcome to do that. I'll graciously accept. You're more than welcome to sign up for any one of my memberships. Of course, I'm going to recommend that you pick up my all-inclusive board member package. It gives you access to every single play, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. If you sign up for it here today, it literally gives you full access to every play I give out on that site and every single membership that's offered there. And of course, if you sign up here today, the math is going to work out to be just $1.66 a day over the span of that 30 days. Certainly good value for you, as I'm posting anywhere between 4 to 6 personal plays on that site every single day. Guys, it's a safe and secure website, so if you're serious about sports betting, I strongly suggest you at least consider it. And of course, if you want to show support, want to show some kindness, but not to the extent of the board member package, well, I got plenty of smaller, lesser expensive packages you can sign up to as well. And of course, that includes that red hot extra daily bet package. It's only $2.99. What am I thinking? That's way too cheap. Now, guys, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do on Patreon and what I do here on these free videos. Well, what I do on the videos is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my website is I actually share with you which one of these free plays that I have my personal action on. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into some free content. We're going to start off in the Big Ten. I'm talking about Rutgers at Michigan State, 6:30 Eastern tip-off. Michigan State's -3, totals 126. And even though they are favored at home here, the Spartans have had some issues getting on the scoreboard this season. Sparty's averaging only 69 points a game right now. And Michigan State's also dropped their last 2 straight. Both of those losses to conference opponents, and during those losses to Big Ten competition, Michigan State was held to 66 points or less in both of those defeats. Now they're facing a Rutgers team who plays some of the toughest defense in the entire country. These guys are really tough to score against. They're allowing just 56 points a game. They're also in the top 3 in the nation in guarding the field goal. Now, the Scarlet Knights limit their competition to just 37% shooting from the field. Cam Spencer, he has 47 defensive steals from that guard position. He's also the team's leading scorer with nearly 14 points a night. And he's also drilling 46% of his three-pointers, so really a legit deep ball threat. Now, Cliff Amorie, he's scoring 13 points a game himself, and he actually ranks in the top 20 in the nation in rebounding. He's been critical underneath the basket for the Scarlet Knights. Now, total-wise, Rutgers saw unders recently against the likes of Ohio State, Maryland, and Purdue. Meanwhile, Michigan State went 6-3 to the under in their last 9. I'm going to lean toward Rutgers +3, under 126. Next contest, it is going to be Michigan taking on Maryland, 7 o'clock Eastern start time. Now, the Maryland Terrapins are -2.5, totals 142. And even though the Terps are favored at home here, they may have to go to work without second leading scorer Dante Scott. He's currently questionable to play here tonight. As a team, the Terps lost 3 out of their last 4. They posted a record of just 3-6 straight up since December 6th. Now, one of Maryland's biggest issues on offense is their inability to shoot the long ball. These guys are making only 27% of their three-pointers in the Xfinity Center. Now, they're facing a Michigan squad who's really had their number in recent years. Michigan's gone 9-1 in their last 10 meetings with the Terrapins. They covered in 80% of those contests. When it comes to scoring points on the road, not many teams do it better than Michigan. These guys are doing a great job getting on the scoreboard when they travel. They're actually one of the leaders in the Big Ten in road points per contest. Of course, a lot of that is thanks to big 7'1" center Hunter Dickinson, who's scoring nearly 18 points a game, along with 8.9 boards. Now, Jet Howard's second on the team in points, and he's also knocking down over 40% of his three-pointers. When it comes to the injury report, Yusef Kayat is questionable for the Wolverines. Meanwhile, for Maryland on the other side, Scott and Emilian are questionable for them. And when it comes to the number, Maryland went 80% to the under in their last 10. They're also 6-3 to the under in their own building this year. Give me Michigan plus 2.5, under 142. Next contest, it is going to be Indiana taking on Illinois, 8:30 p.m. East. Illinois is the 6-point favorite. Total's 144. Now, the Red Hot Illini won their last 4 straight, and they're playing really tough in their own building. They're 9-1 straight up in their last 10 at the State Farm Center. They covered the point spread in 70% of those contests. And one of the things Illinois is doing really well at home is defense. They're allowing only 62 points a game in front of their own fans. They're also holding their competition to just 39% shooting from the field in their own arena. Terry Shannon, he's got 23 steals on the year, along with 8 blocks. When it comes to offensive production, Terry scoring over 17.5 points a night, along with 5 rebounds. Now, teammates Matt Mayer and Dan Dinja, they're averaging double-digit points a game, respectively. They're facing an Indy squad on the other side who's one of the worst covering teams in the Big Ten right now. These guys failed to cover in 7 out of their last 8. When it comes to playing defense on the road, well, the Hoosiers have been getting shellacked. These guys allow over 80 points a night away from Bloomington. Now, in addition to that, one more thing, they're letting their opponents make nearly 44% of their three-pointers against them when they travel, so they're having a tough time guarding the three-pointer. Guys are getting really hot from three-land shooting against these guys. So, part of it's bad defense, other part of it is just bad luck. People get hot when they're shooting against Indiana. Now, injury-wise, Race Thompson and Xavier Johnson, they're still out for Indy. Meanwhile, for Illinois, Luke Good is still out for them. When it comes to the total, Indy saw 7 out of their last 9 get over the line. They're also 4-1 to the over as the official road team. I'm going to lean toward Illinois -6 over 144. Next matchup, not on our big screen, I don't think, but it is going to be Washington State taking on Utah, 9 o'clock Eastern tip-off. The Utah Runnin' Utes are -3, totals 129.5. Now, the Runnin' Utes are going to be happy to be back in their own building. They're 8-2 in the Huntsman Center, and they're playing some of the toughest defense in the country. The Utes allowed just 62 points a game, and they're in the top 10 in the nation in guarding the field goal. They're actually limiting their competition to just 37% shooting from the field. 7-foot senior Brandon Carlson, he's had a good amount to do with that. He's got 41 blocks on the year. He's also averaging 7.5 boards a game. Now, Carlson's also the team's leading scorer with 16 points a game as well. Meanwhile, Gabe Madsen and Marco Anthony, they're averaging double-digit points a game themselves. They're facing a Wazoo team on the other side who lost 5 of 6 as the road team this year. And no real surprise here, guys. Washington State, they averaged just 65 points a game in their travels. So they're definitely struggling offensively away from home. Now, injury-wise, TJ Bamba is questionable with a hand injury. Meanwhile, for when it comes to the total, the Cougs are 68% to the under for the entire season. Meanwhile, Utah went 13-6 of the under in their qualifying ball games this year themselves. I'm going to lean toward Utah -3, under 129.5. Next contest, it is going to be USC taking on Arizona, and that's going to be a 9 o'clock Eastern start time. For some reason, another game not on our big screen. But anyway, Arizona's -8, totals 151.5. But for a team laying 8 points in a conference showdown, I definitely have concerns about Arizona. For one, they haven't been a great covering team lately. They're just 1-6 against the spread in their last 7 outings. As a matter of fact, these guys are covering in just 30% of their home games for the entire year. And secondly, guys, another concern I have for Arizona, their defense is just, it's kind of a mess. It really got me kind of worried. They're allowing more points per game at home than most teams in the country. They're facing a USC squad who's playing some really good basketball right now, and they've covered a bunch of numbers. I feel like we're kind of getting a steal here with these guys catching, 8 points? The Trojans went 6-1 against the spread in their last 7. And they're also 8-2 straight up in their last 10. Of course, a lot of that is thanks to some pretty strong defensive play. USC is actually in the top 5 in the entire nation in defensive field goal percentage on the road. Kobe Johnson, he has 39 steals and double-digit blocks on defense. Meanwhile, Boogie Ellis, he has 28 steals on the season himself. Now, Ellis, he's also the team's leading scorer with 15 points a game. Now, when it comes to the total on this one, the Trojans have seen overs recently against the likes of Washington, Washington State, and Auburn. Meanwhile, Arizona saw their last 2 straight get over the line themselves. I'm going to lean toward the USC Trojans +8 over 151.5. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for the video. It is going to be UCLA taking on Arizona State, and that's going to be a 10:30 Eastern tip-off. UCLA is -4.5, totals 135. And simply put, guys, you really just can't score on the Bruins. They're allowing only 60 points a game, and they're in the top 25 in the country in defending the three-pointer. Jalen Clark has 45 steals on the season, and he also scores 14 points a game. Meanwhile, Jaime Jaquez, he averages a team-high 16 points a night. And as a team, in addition to scoring over 77 points a game, the Bruins are also in the top 20 in the country in shooting the 3-ball on the road. Now, they're facing an Arizona State team who's had some problems covering the point spread recently. They failed to cover in 4 out of their last 6 ball games. Now, the Sun Devils have also been severely getting out-rebounded on the defensive end of the court. They're actually amongst the worst defensive rebounding teams in the Pac-12. Now, total-wise, ASU saw unders versus the likes of Arizona, SMU, and Stanford. Meanwhile, UCLA saw their last 7 straight stay under the line. I'm going to lean toward UCLA -4.5, under 135. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on my website. But most importantly, guys, got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube or TikTok. Actually, no, we don't upload. I keep forgetting that. Got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Thursday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.